So working remotely, we see that most people are used to it right now, but how to be productive and work securely from home on your company's network? Safi Obeidullah. He is the field CTO at Citrix and he's here to share his experience. Safi, welcome.
Thank you, Ronald. Good to be here.
Yeah, and we see that remote working, that's here to stay and it's the new normal. I think everybody agrees right now. But can you explain how technologies like app and desktop virtualization support organizations nowadays?
Yeah, I think if we think about remote working and what that means, it essentially means that employees have to be at home and be productive. And this means they need seamless access to all of the different applications and data that they need to do their job. That could be apps like Microsoft Teams, other ERM type applications, even web and SaaS applications as well. And they need to get their work done regardless of what device that they're on. But important consideration that needs to be made is that the employee's home network, it doesn't have the same protection that a corporate network does. So securing the employee's access to their applications and data is critical. Performance is also another consideration as well, because employees may not always have access to a fast internet connection, or perhaps they may be competing with other members in their household who are using that internet connection as well. What virtualization solutions like Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktops allow organizations to do is securely provide access to all of the different applications and data that they need, as well as delivering an experience that performs really well under any type of network connection and on any device. And these solutions also mean that data never actually leaves the data center.
What we see if we look to the network and if we look to the companies, they often have a hybrid cloud strategy and a cloud network, and some apps are on-prem. So what kind of role does Windows Virtual Desktop play over here? And I think you also call it WVD. And can you elaborate on this?
Yeah, sure. I think the reality is that very few companies are going to be one cloud only. And from what we're seeing from our conversations with different organizations is that they want the flexibility to choose the best resource locations for their infrastructure and applications based on a whole bunch of different requirements, be they business, technical, or financial. And this is really where Citrix can help organizations embrace a hybrid multi-cloud strategy. WVD, or Windows Virtual Desktops, as we talked about, provides organizations the ability to leverage new capabilities such as multi-user for Windows 10 when hosted in Azure. Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktops allows organizations to take advantage of WVD alongside other virtualized applications and desktops wherever they may be hosted. And so the thing with Citrix is, as a company, we've always been focused on empowering organizations with choice, the ability to choose where they want to host their workloads, what devices that they want to use to access virtual apps and desktops. And for some use cases, the workloads may need to be in the cloud. For others, it could be on-premise. And the key thing here is to also remember that Citrix can manage both on-premise virtualization deployments alongside WVD to really empower organizations to make the fastest and most cost-effective transition to Azure, as well as providing them with a single service that can seamlessly manage virtualized apps and desktops in a hybrid DaaS environment.
Working from home in combination with working from the office put a lot of pressure on the cost of each workplace. And I'm Dutch. Costs are very important to us, but I think to many other companies and people as well. Can a virtual desktop approach optimize the spending in these type of cases?
Absolutely. I mean, in the current environment, organizations are definitely looking to optimize their costs. Leveraging application and desktop virtualization allows organizations to firstly minimize their investments in client hardware and make use of more cost-effective devices such as thin clients, Raspberry Pis, even repurpose old or aging hardware. Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktops gives organizations the flexibility to optimize operations by offering one solution to manage both on-premise and cloud deployments side by side. When being used with WVD, we can accelerate deployments and lifecycle maintenance, enabling faster rollouts and time to value, while actually decreasing cloud spending through a whole range of advanced VDA optimizations. Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktops also provides a number of different models for delivering virtualized applications and desktops, allowing organizations to choose the best deployment model based on functionality and cost. Multi-user desktops could be used out of the cloud at a much lower price point, while dedicated VDIs may be better served from an organization's own data center. In addition, you have a number of different ways that the service can be delivered, whether it's a Citrix managed DAS service or a VDI deployment that's managed by a service provider or the organization's own IT department.
So if we look to the successful organizations, end user experience is really key. Can you explain what type of role virtualization play in improving the end user experience?
Sure. I mean, experience is absolutely critical to ensuring employees are actually able to be productive. The reality is virtualizing an operating system is actually pretty easy. You can get this from a number of different platforms and clouds. But when you're delivering services to the end user, like applications or desktops, the right protocol is absolutely critical to ensuring that you can deliver a great experience. Citrix HDX leverages decades of knowledge and experience in delivering virtualized services to maximize the functionality, scalability, and ultimately the end user experience. HDX is not just about managing the screen and keystrokes and mouse clicks. To provide an excellent experience, you need to be able to support peripheral devices, collaboration tools like Microsoft Teams. You need to be able to optimize the back-end resource consumption to maximize scalability. And the list goes on for all of these different elements that come together to deliver that exceptional end-user experience.
Yeah, and if I talk to administrators right now about remote work, their main concern is security. Can you share some best practices or maybe some strategies to keeping employee data and their environment totally secure?
Yeah, security is a big thing, and we're seeing this from customers as well as more and more people are working from home and recognizing that they need more protection. Firstly, delivering virtualized applications and desktops goes a long way to protecting users and organizations. And the important thing here is that data never actually leaves the cloud or the data center, and it doesn't actually reside on the client devices. When looking at Citrix alongside WVD, delivering a secure experience is of utmost importance and is done in a number of different ways. Firstly, the ability to define and enforce contextual security policies, ensuring that users only have access to the relevant applications and data that they're allowed to have under the current context is really important. For example, you may want to restrict access to certain applications when users are connecting from a public network or a personal device. And the important thing here is even with these advanced policy and data protection controls, the user experience is still optimized. Additionally, we also provide the Citrix Analytics service, which leverages machine learning to understand user behaviors and dynamically optimizes performance and security. It provides a continuous, ongoing assessment to protect against insider risks. And when potential security issues are identified, it can even take autonomous actions to address the issue without any human intervention. Overall, security is a very key component of a great environment, and Citrix technologies really work hard to make sure your applications and data remain safe without ever compromising the end user experience.
It's great to see that AI is making the life of an administrator much easier right now. Thank you, Safi, for joining our show and for sharing all your great insights with us. And for the audience, thank you for watching, and we see you next time.